All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and we got some good news and bad news about Shakur Steveson in his fight with Robson Conceição. Obviously, the bad news is that he missed weight, but the good news, let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 130 and thankfully next the 135-pound weight division for where we will be talking about Shakur Steveson, who is fighting Robson Conceição in a fight tomorrow, and looks like he will be moving on to bigger and better things, the type of fights that we want to see after that fight. Because he missed weight. Now, before I get into the details of that, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're a longtime subscriber, supporter to the channel, thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos, which we do on a daily basis in the video and the live stream format. Also, if you feel like supporting the channel, there is a super thanks button right down there where you can tip right next to the comment section so that you can tip your hat to the channel. Would be appreciated. Let's get into this. Very, very, good and bad news, man. So Shakur Steveson is fighting Robson Conceição, and he comes in 1.5 pounds overweight for the fight. After the fight, he says, after that, he doesn't make any effort to make weight and puts out on Twitter that, look, he is moving up to, he just can't do it for his body. He can't make that weight anymore. He absolutely tried his best to make that weight, but it's just not happening for him. So instead of waiting the amount of time that he needed for the second weigh-in, he goes ahead and just relinquishes his belts. And so we're going to have a fight tomorrow night with Robson Conceição and Shakur Steveson. Now, I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, that the belts are still going to be on the line for Robson Conceição, right? And that, because that's the situation where somebody either gets stripped, or if they, in this case, relinquish it, potato, really, on the relinquish versus the whether you got stripped. Stripped means he would have been stripped if he would have missed the second time, I suppose, and then they would have said, okay, you didn't make it 2 times in a row, so that's it. We got to take the belt back from you. In this case, he relinquished it because they didn't strip him yet. They would have allowed him 2 hours to lose the weight, but he just decided he didn't want to do that. So he says, okay, here you go. You can have those belts, right? So was it relinquished? Was it stripped? Potato in that particular instance. Once he knew he wasn't going to make weight, he says, nah, I'm going to keep it pushing. Also, him not trying to really drain himself down after that after the initial weigh-in, may be a little bit of a tip of the hat to Robson Conceição and saying, look, man, I don't really want to get in here with this guy if I am completely bone dry, and, put myself at such a really, really big disadvantage, right? Where if he would have missed weight in that particular instance, if he would have made weight and he would have really drained himself, he may have been depleted and unable to really do, everything that he wants to do in that fight. So, but in my take on the matter is, look, you can say that he's not being professional or what have you. I can understand that, especially Robson Conceição from his point of view. He's saying, look, man, this dude is not being professional. You should have made weight. Now, all of that, and he can use that as motivation or whatever. However, if you can't make the weight and you are already, and you know that you're going to need to move up after that, go on ahead and do it. If as long as the fight continues and you actually have there's probably going to be some type of financial remuneration he's going to have to provide to Robson Conceição for missing weight in order to get Robson Conceição to continue with the fight, I guess. And so it may hit him in the pocket because he missed weight, but in order to get the fight to go on, but probably the ability to just fight for fight for those two belts is going to be enough for Robeson Conceição to move, to continue forward. However, him saying, okay, I'm going to go to 135, I like that. I'm happy about it because honestly, I thought to myself, look, I just want him to move out to 135 pounds regardless, because I was pretty confident he's going to beat Robeson Conceição, right? Definitely confident he's going to beat him. I think he's a better all-around fighter than him. He has ability. Robeson Conceição is a little bit of a front runner. I think somebody that can get up on the scorecards against a little bit more of a flat-footed fighter, but then in Oscar Valdez. But when, the second half of the fight came along, he really kind of backed off, took his foot off the pedal, took his foot off the gas, and allowed Oscar Valdez to catch up with him. I think that Shakur Steveson more than likely is going to put that pressure on him from the beginning, and an intelligent pressure at the same time where he's really being able to be defensively responsible and, be, slip shots, all of that, slip shots, be defensively responsible, but be defensively responsible, but at the same time be positioned be in a position where he's able to throw counter shots and really, especially the body shots. And Shakur Steveson, over the last few fights that I've watched, seems like he's been pushing up, really been, pushing the pace a little bit more on his body shots and trying to wear dudes down. So I wouldn't be surprised that, I think that that's what's going to happen. But now with him coming in over 1.5 pounds overweight, I think, more than likely he knew earlier in the week that he wasn't going to be able to make the weight, or at least over the last couple of days. It was like, look, I can't keep killing myself. If he comes in there full strength and all of that, he may very well be in a situation where he stops Robeson Conceição. Now, I wouldn't go so far as to say that that is something that he would have planned out or, intended to do by missing weight. I'm not going to do him like that. Like if he did do that, that would be unfortunate, but there's bigger games that have been played in boxing than that. Look good in the fight with Robeson Conceição. If you can knock him out, beat him up, that's good, and then go to 135, where really the money fights are there for him. So he gets to 135. There's obviously the two guys out there, Devin Haney, Shakur Steveson. He already beat Nakathila, so he's got Nakathila, who I think is one of the more dangerous guys at 135 out of the way. Teofimo Lopez is already at 140, so I'm not sure who we'd be fighting right off the gate. But if Vasily Lomachenko, if Devin Haney moves up and does not fight Vasily Lomachenko, those belts are going to get scattered. I'm sure that Shakur Steveson is immediately going to jump into one of the top positions in lightweight and be able to fight for a title shot very quickly because, Top Rank has those relationships and they're the ones that continue to have their fighters fight for that belt. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a shot for the WBO right away, where Vasily Lomachenko would get a shot for the WBA or the WBC right away, and those guys would not be able to collect those belts back, get those belts back in their hands within 2 fights, and then maybe by the end of 2023 or the beginning of 2024, Shakur Steveson is going to be in another position to, immediately fight for those belts if it winds up that Devin wins and moves up in weight. If Devin stays there, Shakur Steveson is probably going to be on his hit list in the next fight or so. But anyway, unfortunate about what was going on from the Robeson Conceição point of view. Probably smart on the Shakur Stevenson's point of view not to drain himself all the way down. And definitely good from fans' point of view in the fact that, because of the fact that Shakur is going to immediately go up to 135 and we can get it crackling up there. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.